Yo, what's going on, guys? Shake back, and today I wanted to do a quick video on my team in case you bought the standard edition, which doesn't come with a lot of stuff, and you're new to my team. And hopefully these are good tips that will help you guys kind of tackle the mode, because you're at a disadvantage. You really are, because everyone who bought the special edition, not only did they get a bunch of packs that they're gonna get each week that you're not gonna get, but they also got 50,000 MYTEAM points to start out with. That's a ton. 50,000 can literally buy you like a few 90 overalls. It can buy you a full team of rubies. It can buy you pretty much all the sapphires in the game. Like, yeah, you can get a ton of stuff with 50 KMT. And if you just pre-ordered the game normally and you get in the standard $60 edition, all you get is 5,000 VC, which is, that's nothing really. I mean, the special edition got 100K too. Now you do still get 10 weekly My League packs, which are okay. Those are decent. But again, you only get one of those. I think when you first start the game up, I did get one when I first started up, and I think you will as well. So that's a nice thing. But some things to look for in that, because you might not know. Obviously, you might not have played the game yet. Silver players. If you find a silver player in your pack tonight, sell that bad boy ASAP. But I just realized you can't do that because you don't have the auction house unlocked, which is kind of tough. But once you get it unlocked, you're gonna need to sell that. And yeah, getting it unlocked, it's a tough process. So let's talk about that. So this was one major factor. Like, this actually takes, oof, I got scared, fam. I don't know if y'all saw me. A leaf just hit against my window. I got shook real quick there. Whew. But, oh my goodness. All right, well, I had a little heart attack right there. But you guys can see this right here. You pretty much have to win a game in every single mode. Domination, triple threat online, and solo, and unlimited. And then a weekly challenge, which made me do 2 games of the weekly challenges. So you have to win pretty much 6 games of some sort before you get the auction house unlocked. Now, when you get your, when you get your game, you do get to choose a starter pack still for my team. So you still do get that. And that's pretty much what you're going to be rocking out with since you have no MT. And if you bought the standard edition, you're probably not buying a whole bunch of packs, I assume. Or maybe you just didn't realize how good the other edition was. So you're going to want to unlock the auction house very, very quickly. That's going to be major key because you're going to have to work the auction. Now, the good thing is if you didn't, do this, you can buy players and work the market. I will say one of the good things about getting the game when you are tonight at midnight is that the fact that, like, there will be tons of cards in the auction. The auction house is already full. There's certain price ranges set, and certain cards are actually really, really cheap. And that being emeralds and sapphires. They damn near go for buyout. They go for what they quick sale. So you can get guys for super cheap to build a decent team if you play a few domination games, which you have to already. So you should have probably 3,000 to 4,000 MYTEAM points, which you can put together a decent little team with. Really, you really could put together an all emerald team, I think, with like maybe 3-4K. So that's not bad, at least a starting 5. So you will have some points when you actually get into the auction house, just because you have to, unless you've already spent it by the time you get to this. Like, you had to buy contracts or something, which you should have enough just for these games, I would hope. But yeah, once you get the auction house, you'll be good to go. So work on trying to get this done, because you want to get those cheap players before other players do, and before the market value starts going up, which it eventually will probably. So the faster you get the auction house, the better. Definitely the better. Again, a huge change to this year's game is the tokens and the reward tokens for you. You're going to be living in this little section right here, especially when you first get the game. You can get some tokens from, again, if you do like the weekly challenges, the things like that, the single player challenges, there are ways to get 3 tokens. So you can get an instant 83 overall pretty much. And I think it might even give you like a free token or 2. And that reminds me, the next part to talk about, locker codes are huge for you because you're already at a disadvantage, but you still can enter those locker codes from last week. That's still out there, still available. And then the one that we dropped tonight, yeah, the heat check pack. So make sure you get both of them. And I'll leave them both down in the description and in the comment section. And obviously I made videos on it, so you guys can go watch those if you want to as well. And you can see what I got out of there. You got to make sure you're dropping your ball at the right point to try and angle it into it. I like to do straight above from where it is, and to kind of angle it to hit the wall. So that's just kind of that, but you have to make sure you're getting those ball drops to be pretty close to those spots, because you want the 10K. If you don't get that, you do get 3 tokens, which still, it can get you one of these players. I heard this card is nice, has a really nice 3 ball. I only have 1 token right now, so I don't even have like a lot of tokens, but this is major key, man. You're gonna want to do this, and yeah, you're gonna need some cards to start out with. especially if you're gonna want to win a freaking MYTEAM, what's it called? MYTEAM Unlimited game, which is kind of hard to unlock the auction house. So make sure you go and do that right away. The first thing you should do is type in the lock code. And then when it comes to like challenges, things like that, I recommend the triple threat. Play this first because the first couple of games in like the first division are so easy. And you can get 5 tokens to start out with to get yourself an emerald player. And you do have to win one of these games. And it doesn't take long. It takes like 20 minutes to do a whole division. So I would probably recommend you do this first. You do one little division, get your 5 tokens. Then, by then, you probably should have more than 5. And also, there's like goals and things like that to get more. So I would do triple threat first. Then maybe you do a little bit of domination because you have to anyway for the auction house. And then once you guys have all that done, I'd go for MYTEAM Unlimited or the triple threat online. Those are going to be the toughest. People will be sweating for sure because you and a whole lot of people are still going to be trying to do this like tonight. So I think this would be a good night to go for it. Again, the longer you wait, the harder it will be because people are going to have better teams and things like that, and you'll get matched up with some really tough opponents. So I would recommend trying to get the auction house as fast as possible. It's a lengthy process though, so be patient. Obviously, you do have packs and stuff like that. Again, you have 5k empty, which will not get you much. I mean, VC, you can't buy any of the throwback packs. You could buy a base pack, which is pretty much a bronze or silver player. You could buy a league, which, hey, you could get lucky if you spin the dice. With 5k, you might want to just roll the dice here and buy one of these packs. You might get yourself a sapphire, which is not too bad. Like, look, we'll rip one real quick, but sometimes you roll the dice, and these, like, are kind of nice, but we'll see if we get anything right here. Uh-oh, we got an emerald, okay? That's not that bad, though. You start out with a Kyle Kuzma. So with your 5k VC, what else are you gonna do? You gonna put it on your My Player? 5k is such a small amount that, like, it might just be worth it to just be like, all right, let's get a free pack. Let's see what we can get. So, yeah, I think I would probably do that. I'd buy this one, but not this one, because, again, you don't have enough to get the deluxe if you get 5k, unless you grind the app, too, which is another thing. If you get the My NBA 2K app, you can get bonus VC for doing things like the little card game and stuff like that. So you could actually get it deluxe if you grind it out another 600 on the app, which I think you can. That's really not too hard. It's definitely doable. But there's that, and then, again, as I said, the lock codes, you're going to want to type those in here. So far, the lock code screen on the app hasn't really been working, so yeah, make sure you do it. I think that's probably enough. I think that's a pretty basic tip guide on what you should do if you're getting the game tonight and you're kind of budget balling. For budget ballers, this game is actually pretty nice. Like, you get a lot of tokens, and you can get them pretty easily. You can still grind triple threat. They did change it, so for me, it's a little less easy. You used to be able to get 5 tokens when you get to board 7, and you keep repeating it. Now, they nerfed it. It's 3, so they did make some changes. And they also, they changed, what's it called? The reward section, too. They made these pink diamonds more expensive. They used to be 100, now they're 150. So they did bump these up, but those are the only changes that I've noticed. These are still all 12. These are still all 6. So, yeah, you gotta make sure you spend your tokens. You can get some decent, there are some really good emerald players. Let me be honest with you. There are some really good ones. I know from a fact this Craig Alo, or however you say his name, he's got a good 3-ball. Same with Jay Williams, not a bad card. I'll eventually come back and pick these up. Robert Ory, again, another good card. And then some of the other cards who obviously have redeemed are pretty nice. I definitely swear by that Dennis Scott and his 93 ball I think he has. Good card to get early on in the game. But that's it. I think those are some pretty decent tips. And then obviously when you hit the auction house, once you unlock it, go over to the emerald section if you don't have a good team and just try and ball out because you'll find guys, look, emerald players, they're super cheap. You keep scrolling. It's going to take a while for me, my goodness, because how many are up, my goodness. Let me just change that to emerald, let me change that to emerald shooting guards. But if you keep scrolling, you'll see guys for 800, 700, 900 right there. So you'll find cards for pretty cheap. And if you're budget balling, these are probably the type of players you're going to be looking to pick up for the low. These, or even, again, the sapphires are pretty cheap as well. Whereas in years past, they were a lot more expensive. And there's some good ones too. Devin Booker, he's a little expensive every now and then. But Bradley Beal for 2,000 right there. And if you keep scrolling, you can eventually find him. So yeah, there's good stuff to be had up on 2K. And if you get in the game tonight, don't feel too left out. But you are a little behind. You definitely are. But that doesn't mean you still can't get on and grind and prove everybody and get a crazy team. You can definitely still do that. You just had a little bit of a disadvantage. So yeah, I know some guys, they like are buying the normal game and then they're just buying, you know, VC with the extra packs. Probably wasn't the good idea because again, that 50k MT is a ton. That's a huge head start. Like, that's some kind of head start that my team has never given us. I mean, it's crazy. So, yeah. Don't feel too bad, though, but have fun. It's 2K launch night. I mean, this is an awesome time of the year. That's why I'm bombarding you guys with tons of videos, but I hope you guys did enjoy. Go back and watch all the tip videos if you haven't. If this is the first time checking out the channel, you just got 2K19, and you're like, okay, he's got some decent tips. Go back and watch the other ones. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more future updates and uploads. We upload every single day, pretty much. Sometimes 2, 3. Today, we upload like 4 or 5 videos, so yeah, you're not going to want to miss out. But I hope you guys did enjoy the quick video and tip video. In case you're getting the standard edition, you didn't buy the big baller one, and yeah, you're ready to play some MyTEAM. Peace.